What would you do if your neighbors locked you out of your own land? This is exactly what happened to Marcus Johnson, a hard-working black rancher in Texas, who had spent years raising cattle and taking care of his ranch with pride. But everything changed when the local homeowners association, the HOA, decided they didn't want him around. They claimed his land and lifestyle didn't fit in with the wealthy community nearby, and in a shocking move, they built a tall fence around his ranch and placed the only gate under their control, leaving Marcus trapped on his own property. He couldn't move his cattle freely. His truck had no way in or out, and every time he needed access, he had to beg the same people who were trying to push him out. At first, Marcus tried to reason with them. He attended meetings, sent letters, and politely asked for a gate key. But the HOA ignored him completely, and some members even laughed at him, saying maybe this land wasn't for someone like him. Marcus felt humiliated and angry, but he refused to give up. Deep inside, he knew he needed a smarter way to fight back. One night, while going through public records, Marcus discovered something shocking. The HOA had massive unpaid taxes on a small piece of land that included the very gate they had fenced him out with. Quietly, without telling anyone, he worked with the county and purchased that land outright. Within weeks, Marcus became the legal owner of the property that controlled the gate, and with it, the only key. The next HOA meeting was unforgettable. When the board members demanded that he follow their rules again, Marcus calmly stood up and told them the truth. They no longer controlled the gate, because he now owned the land it stood on. The room went silent as the same people who once mocked him realized they were trapped by their own plan. From that day forward, Marcus had full freedom over his ranch, and the HOA could no longer dictate his life. The most ironic twist came later when the HOA itself needed Marcus's permission to access the very road they had fenced, and the man they tried to humiliate became the one holding all the power. They built a fence to keep him out, but in the end, he owned the key that locked them in. If you found this story powerful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so you never miss more stories like this.